Here we are at the main ClickDesigns interface, and so I'm in My Designs. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here so you can see what we're working with here. Now you see I have a bunch of things here that are sort of a ninja kind of martial arts theme thing, and this was for a certification project, so I made their little questionable as far as quality of concept, but that is what we're going to be working with, and what we're going to be doing today is using flat design to put together a bundle in ClickDesigns. So now that we kind of know what we're working with here, we can move on and look at what we're going to do. Okay, so in ClickDesigns, we're going to go to Templates. In our toolbar, we're going to go to the right and select Bundles. Sometimes it likes to try to skip on you there. And what we're looking for is something that has mostly electronic devices like a monitor, tablets, phone, etc., because that's just sort of how I went with this. And so let's see what we have here that we can use. I don't necessarily want to use the same one I used for the project, but something that will get us there. And you notice we have these different templates that have all sorts of different things and different combinations of things. So let's go ahead and use this one here. The name we're going to give it is Ninja Bundle 2, just because we need to give it a name. And we will let it load up. So now we have our template loaded up in the ClickDesigns editor. We're going to go ahead and use our zoom out button so we can see the whole thing. And I am going to go ahead for right now and just choose a background color for the background so we can see the full cabness. Later on we'll be moving that back to transparent, but right now it makes it a little easier to do. Okay, so we have our template on the screen. We're going to go to Designs, and we're going to go to Custom Graphics, and we're going to go back a little bit here and look for our flat images which were created earlier. So I did another tutorial on creating flat images, which is how we're going about making this bundle and modifying it. So you can check out that video, but basically I found the easiest way to work with ClickDesigns as far as bundles. It's not the only way, but it's the way I prefer doing, is use a flat image and then use our wireframes and mock-ups here and just do that way. So if you notice here, I have two kind of flat designs. I have ones that are taller than they are wider, and ones that are wider than they're taller. And that is to compensate for some of our wireframes being more wide and some being more tall. So we'll start off here with our desktop monitor. We're going to click on that. We're going to choose in the editor replace mockup, and then it's going to bring us our designs that we have under My Design. Now it also has a template section, which is templates that ClickDesigns provided, but we want to go with My Design because that is where the flat images we've previously created are going to reside. In this case, what we want to do is choose Create New. So now you see it brings up the wireframe, and if we go to the screen area, it'll turn purple. We're going to click on that, choose Create. It'll take it to My Designs, and we can go to our custom graphics. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to choose this one, Guru Mastery Coaching, and choose Use. And let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole screen. I'm going to click on the flat image and just use the boundary arrows to get that first. align to vertical, and then use the other arrows on the horizontal to move that to the side. If you notice, we've kind of stretched that out a little bit horizontally. Now I could go back to the flat design, go in edit mode and make adjustments, but I'm not going to do that on this tutorial. We're just going to go with the image we have. And so now we've got what we need there. We're going to click on the save and exit link. That's going to take us back to our wireframe, and then we're going to click on save. Okay, so now you see in our bundle shop we have that new graphic on our laptop. Alright, our monitor rather. Let's go next to our laptop. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to choose replace mockup. We're going to choose create new. And again, you see the same thing we saw before. Here's our wireframe on the screen. We're going to click on the screen area, choose create, and then we're going to go into custom graphics and scroll down a little bit, and here pick out what we want. This is going to be this item, which is the Guru Master Library Access, because I couldn't think of a better name for it when I was doing the project. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to first go vertically, and you can go horizontal first. It doesn't really matter. I just generally go vertical first, and on our boundary handles, and then go ahead and drag it horizontally. Okay, we're going to click on save and exit, and then click on save. And now we have our laptop done. So if you look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. We have 6 items here. We only have 5 flat images. So one of these is going to go away, and I haven't decided which yet. So let's go ahead and go to our tablet. And you see, you can move your items around on here if you grab them. But I want to kind of keep them where they are, because these templates have a nice arrangement and they're proportional to each other, and generally I just will go with them as they are. But anyway, we have selected the tablet, choose replace mockup, choose create new, click on the screen area, choose create again, go to custom graphics, and this one we will make the Ninja Marketers course. So we click on use. Let's go ahead and reduce our cabinet size so we can see the whole thing. Again, we will start with our vertical alignment. And that pretty much gets us where we need to be. So we'll click on save and exit. Save. And now we got the tablet done. So we have 3 out of 5 now. So let's go ahead and choose our phone. And we will scroll down a little bit here. Choose replace mockup. Choose create new. And it does get a little repetitive with this. And this does get a little repetitive when you're doing it, but that's just the nature of the beast. Click on create. Click on custom graphics. Scroll down, and we will choose this, our Ninja retargeting strategies. Choose use. Let's go ahead and zoom out so we can see the whole cabinet. And we will go ahead and first adjust vertically. And this one is probably going to stretch out a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that too much. So we'll go ahead and grab it vertically. And it did stretch out a bit, so that's one that if I were doing this for real, I might go back in edit mode and do some editing. But for the purpose of the tutorial here, we're not going to do that, and we're just going to go with what we got. Click on Save and Exit. Save. And so we got 4 of our 5 flat images in there. Now this is where we have a choice here. We have a book that's 2-dimensional on the left hand side, or a report type cover that's on the right hand side. Now in this case, just for matters of simplicity, I'm going to go ahead and delete the 2-dimensional book and get it off our wireframe. And then I am going to choose this 1-dimensional cover with the spiral on the side, and we're going to use that. So we're going to check on Replace Mockup, Create New. And the whole reason I'm not going to use the 2-dimensional look is that kind of deserves its own tutorial on dealing with the 2- and 3-dimensional wireframes. So on this one, we only have to deal with 1 dimension, the front. We're going to click on the cover, Create, go to Custom Graphics, and we're going to choose this item, which is the Art of War Revisited, Sun Tzu's Lessons for Marketers. Yeah, I kind of went a little insane with that concept. And we're going to go ahead and do what we did before. Reduce our cabinet so we can see it totally on the screen. Line up our item on the cabinets and pull up or pull down or pull to the side, whatever we need to do to get it fill the whole cabinets. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, so let's go ahead and click on Save and Exit. Save. Okay, so we're looking pretty good now. Now in this case, I think I will violate what I just said, and we will move this over this way a little bit, trying to get a little more centeredness going on. And so, like I said, I generally do not mess with the alignment too much, but in this case I think we need to, just to get a little bit of more centering going on. And that's all I'm going to do with that. I think that looks pretty good. Now we're going to go back to our background, and we're going to make that transparent, because we're going to want it transparent when after we export it out of ClickDesigns, so when we ever put it into our website or whatever we're using, it has a transparent background and we don't have to worry about matching colors. And that is really about it for this tutorial. I mean, at this point I could export it, but I'm not going to do that. I do want to go ahead and click on Save Bundle. Okay, and so it will save, and then we'll go ahead and exit out of here. Now, the way we're working here, if you notice, it's not under My Designs like most things are. And so, unlike a lot of things, what you need to do is be in My Designs and then go to Bundles, and that is where it will store what we're looking for. And if you notice, we have another bundle that looks very much like that. This is the one I actually used for the project, and it's a little different in the alignment because it was a different template. But I decided for the purpose of the video to go ahead and use the same flat designs because I already created them, and already knew what they were, and so they were easier to work with in this case for the purposes of the tutorial. So that is our tutorial for today, and this is Tim Willis with Creating with ClickDesigns. Thank you for watching. ClickDesigns is the graphic software made by a marketer for marketers. If you're interested in learning more about ClickDesigns or purchasing ClickDesigns, there is a link in the description. There is also a link to the companion Facebook group for this YouTube channel, which is also called Creating with ClickDesigns. Other than that, I try to get out a tutorial video per week on the channel, so I would appreciate if you like and subscribe so that you'll be notified when the next tutorial comes out. And this is Tim Willis with ClickDesigns. You have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.